No, I think like your touch on it is fairly okay. All right. Besides Spiderman, what else did you watch? What else did you play? What do you got?
I actually booted up Cyberpunk again.
Hey, did they fix that?
And not particularly. Okay, so the reason I booted it up again was because there's a cool mod that came out that rebalanced everything in ways that I think are a good idea.
As happens with open worldy sort of scenarios.
Yeah, that's not to say it was balanced badly. It just like the thing about Cyberpunk is it's very much a Skyrim game with all of the good and bad that entails. But the developers were definitely thinking of it as a Witcher game because it's the same studio that made The Witcher.
It's CD Projekt.
Yeah, and so there's some choices that work very well for a Witcher game, but not so well for the type of game that Cyberpunk is. Example being the the clothing you wear is all very statted in vanilla, and so like if you want the best armor, you're not going to be able to look as cool.
Hey, Codigan. I have big feels about that.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating.
Yeah,
but...
like one of the things, because I actually bounced off of Destiny for a while because clothing is statted, and like every piece of clothing has a role to it. So best numbers are hobo dress. Fuck it. And leveling up, you put your best number on, and you just will hobo dress all the time. They introduced a style system. You know, not like Devil May Cry style system. That would be dope. But you can make any piece of armor that has good numbers look like any other piece of number, and there's sort of like a cost, like a gameplay cost to it. It's like, that's all right. That's pretty good. But yeah, boy, do I fucking hate hobo dress.
Yeah.
This is my ass-kicking outfit, bitch, says Pro CD, my hero.
Yeah, definitely. And so one of the things this balance does was it like, okay, and all the equipment stats are standard based on its like rarity, and you can upgrade the rarity, and that's standard. They got rid of level scaling, so like before enemy stats and your stats would, you know, like, okay, you start out with 100 HP, you level up to level 5, and now you have 150 HP or whatever, and then enemies, you know, start out with 200 HP, and now they have 300 HP.
As we saw in and hey, Code again. As we saw in Skyrim, it's like, have you been leveling up your stealth and your smithing and your alchemy?
Training.
The Draugr are training.
But what this unfortunately sort of meant is by the end, in order to keep the difficulty going, enemies kind of became bullet sponges, which I think can be cool in like a slashy, like almost tactic-y sort of game like The Witcher. But in a Skyrim-y game, especially one with guns, like level scaling is not fun when there's guns. You want your gun to always feel like you're doing something when you shoot your gun. And in
hey,
particular,
don't play fucking Destiny. Let me tell you. How many bullets do I need to fire? Several.
Oh, many. But at any rate, so they got rid of that, and I think that's a change for the better for sure. It's still very much a bit of a jank game.
Well, CD Projekt, I mean, like that's their specialty.
No, I mean, like Witcher's actually like. I don't remember any particular glitches in The Witcher 3.
I do know that The Witcher 3 came out buggy and they patched it the fuck up fast.
Gotcha. I didn't play it until well after it had been released,
it's been on my list for a long time, and I just like don't want to touch it because I don't have fucking time.
Yeah, I mean it was a very good experience when I played it. But it very much reminds me of a Skyrim type game in that, like, if you let yourself get immersed into it, it's great. Every once in a while, something will absolutely take you out of it because it is a fucking video game, and that happens sometimes. And sometimes it's really funny. In this case, and I don't know if it was because of the mod or because of whatever, like when I first played it, the intro sequence was like flawless, and then it started to get buggy. But this time, the intro sequence happened, and like there's this particular cutscene of like your character and one of the like main side characters exploring the city together, and it's like actually kind of a cool, well animated cutscene most of the time. And in my run this time, they were just T-posing the entire time.
Oh no!
It was so funny.
Oh no!
So that was great. I also another big moment was I was walking down the street, and you know this is probably always the case, but I only noticed it this particular moment of I'm walking down the street, and I realized that of the like 100 of people I'm walking past, at least 80% of them are the same 3 characters using the same 3 walk cycles. Repeated over and over again.
Well, that was the Oblivion issue, because it was like the same voice actors, and they had I think like 20 different people read the exact same list of lines, and
oh yeah, no, it's a super like common thing with this type of game. I feel like something must have been wrong with the spawning algorithm, because it's not like those were the only 3 models they had. The other 20% were very like a much varied group of people, but I just noticed the same identical 3 models walking this identical ways to themselves, walking down the street, and it very much took me out of the moment. It was really funny. I repeat.
Could you give me 1 quick second?
Of course.
I'll be right back.
How are you doing today, Kodagan? I hope you're doing good. Glad to hear it. Slight headache, but taking care of it. Good to hear. I'm trying to finish up this commission tonight. I gave the estimation of it.
I return, hopefully slightly less wheezy.
Nice.
Asthma's been a bit of a bitch.
That sucks.
So, not Witcher 3, Cyberpunk remains hilarious.
Oh, yeah. My first playthrough of Cyberpunk, I had my favorite moment was I was doing a side quest with the cop companion. And there's many side quests where, like, you'll get into a character's car and they'll drive you around and you'll talk about plot and that sort of stuff. And this only ever happened with the cop character, where we were driving around and he just fucking rams into cars, pushes them off the street, just creams a couple of civilians, all while just keeping his eyes straight on the road, looking seriously, not saying a word. Just
I love it. Just I love that kind of big game because of the bugs. Now,
oh yeah,
I know that's what's going away soon. I know that like Witcher 3, fucking goddamn it. Cyberpunk came out with like hilarious like fuck bugs of stupid. I mean it's a big catastrophe when that game came out, but those games are ambitious. Those are like generating an entire fucking universe.
Oh yeah. I think it gets a bad rap. I think people were expecting it to be perfect when it was never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
I found the jank that happened to me charming. I think I only ever had like 1 or maybe 2 moments where a glitch just prevented me from playing and I needed to reboot the game, but I mean that's not particularly different than Skyrim.
No, I remember
we're talking
we're talking about Cyberpunk. Yeah, I remember Gecko played it and he says it was fine. Like he just managed to dodge everything. And it's like, yep, I played the video game and finished it and it was fun. So,
yeah, no, I had a good time and I'm having a good time playing it again.
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't got that much interest in playing Cyberpunk. I'm, like, way more interested in finally getting around to the goddamn Witcher.
Yeah, I definitely, like, for you in particular, I would recommend The Witcher over Cyberpunk for sure.
The main thing that's stopping me from the Witcher is that it is gigantic. I'm having a hard time just getting through fucking like Dark Souls 2. That's a big ass game. I feel like Dark Souls 2 is actually bigger than 1 and 3. I'm thinking about it. I'm not confident about that statement, but right now playing it, it feels like it.
Maybe 1, not 3, to me. And keep in mind, I never played the DLC, so the DLC adds a whole nother.
I haven't even touched the DLC, and it already feels bigger. I don't know. Maybe it's the cohesion of 3, because Dark Souls 3 is a huge game, but it's cohesive, and I think Dark Souls 2 is kind of like, here's a bunch of places and a bunch of monsters and a bunch of bosses. Just like here's just a bunch. Here's a bunch of Dark Souls stuff, and it's fun, and I like it. And Dark Souls 3 is, here is a story, and you are going, and you do it, and it branches, and then you come back off this branch and go down that branch, but the cohesion between, like, the zones and the monsters and the paths and the exploration and the story is a lot tighter in 3. And I could believe that even if 2 and 3 are the exact same number of hours of gameplay, that cohesion would make 3 feel like it's I don't feel like it's more content in 2. I feel like, oh, they can't hear me on your side. I am too quiet.
I'll boost you.
Kyle just dealing with the fact that Jer is loud preemptively.
Let me know if that's good.
How's this? I'm talking just so you can hear me over there. Oh no.
That's a shame. I feel like Twitch has been a little buggier than normal lately.
Okay. Hey, we're back. I'm back to regular levels of muted for my loudness.
Nice.
The balance of Jer loud to audio quality is achieved.
But yeah, Witcher was really good.
Now, I've heard amazing things about Witcher. It does sound like a thing that I would like. I just need. It's going to be like my next big dedication, for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, don't get me wrong, it's a big game, but I'm like, it's been long enough. I can't really say for sure if you're like. What I'd be worried about is you being, like, misled and intimidated by how big it is. Because don't get me wrong, it's big, but I forgot that my Twitch stream screams when people subscribe. Thank you for resubbing, Squirrel Horde.
Mine plays a nice little piano melody that I wrote and performed myself.
Mine's literally just screaming.
Hey, do you want to come over and we can make you some like some custom like musical interludes?
I love my screaming.
All right.
I think it's the right choice. I just forgot, and it scared me.
Yes, actually, a few of my other Twitch friends love having sound effects and that are designed to startle.
Yeah.
Annie Create, she has one that's just the Discord message sound.
I don't like that.
People can just pay channel points and just play that whenever they want.
That's awful. I love it and hate it.
What an amazing troll raccoon she is.